What's going on, guys? It's been a long weekend. I think this one we might get out after the truck one. So you'll be doing the fuel lines and stuff on the previous video. Well, this is the next day. So me and Johnny came back down here. We actually dropped this car off Thursday night. So it'd be down here. So when we brought his truck down, everything was here. So I bought this from a coworker. We're gonna flip it. It's a quick sale, super easy job. It's an 01 Honda Civic transmission. We bought actually off Facebook and then got it rebuilt because I don't trust Facebook. So, but transmission went out in it, bought it from a coworker, has brand new tires, 138,000 miles, Honda Civic. Two-door, 01, little VTEC 1.7. It's a pretty good, it's a very solid car. It's actually pretty clean for
This was Ohio. I think a tier under the highest you can get, the EX. I think this is like 90s top tier. Like,
right, yeah.
Yeah, like...
I'm not real familiar because I know there's like HFs, RX, or RF, or... They keep changing them every year, so I don't know what 01 was. But this is, you said the EX?
Yeah, this so is... It's got the sunroof, it's got the nice...
center console,
the power windows, the power locks, keyless entry for the, what, 01?
For an 01, that's pretty good.
So this was the nice one.
And I want to say VTEC didn't come in all of them. I want to say they had 2 motor options. It might have been the year before that.
Yeah.
But I want to say this is where they switched over to like all the Civics having VTEC.
We also got that clutch pack, and our transmission guy put in
the
speed performance. It's just a selector, isn't it? Like in the transmission.
Basically, it's a clutch pack shift kit for this transmission, and he can set it in 4 different locations. And he picked not the top performance, but the second down. So basically, number 3 out of 4. So it's going to be a firmer, more sporty shift, but that means it'll probably last longer because it'll be more, instead of like a soft shift, it'll actually just shift and it'll stay in gear, and then it won't have an issue with slipping and burning them up quick. So.
But these Hondas, that's what they do. They run, the transmissions go out about 120,000 miles.
In this make, this is a common problem with these. It's weird though, because like you get the manual version and it lasts forever. The only issue the Hondas are really having is the automatic transmission. That's pretty much it. So. But yeah, we're gonna probably do a time-lapse video on this one. It's nothing crazy. We were hoping we could pull it out of the top, but it looks like the easiest route would be to drop everything on the cradle. So motor and trans and everything, because we're gonna do all new fluids anyway. So might as well drop it all and then yank the transmission off and slap the new one on. So stay tuned. Hope this one's a good one to watch. Alright guys, so here's the deal. We're going to take the exhaust off on the back there. We could probably leave this entire exhaust attached to the motor because we're going to drop ball joints and the subframe and the motor all in one piece and pull the transmission off of it. It's a lot easier on these. It depends on what room you got and stuff. We gotta pull the subframe anyway to get the transmission out. So let's just pull the whole motor trans and everything, do a complete fluid flush, because we got extra coolant at the house. I got to drain the coolant anyway to drop it. I already drained the oil because it needs an oil change. So, and we got to do a valve cover gasket on it. So when the motor's out here sitting on the subframe, we'll get her all buttoned up, topped off, lift it back in, and then that way we can leave the axles in, pop the struts out of the top, pull your tie rods off because they're attached to the firewall, and the only issue we're gonna have is the exhaust back there needs repaired. So he's gonna take it apart to where we can drop it, and then we'll fix it later because we don't have anything to fix it right now. But I got the fluid drained in both the trans and the motor, and that's just so we don't spill stuff later. It's still gonna have fluid, so we got a piece of cardboard down that we don't care about. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so if you can see that, that's what we're talking about, the bad exhaust, but look how loose it is.
Well, also 1, 2, 3, 4 exhaust fans for a 6-inch section.
It's not even like attached, so we're gonna pull that back muffler off.
Yeah.
Completely. And it's just basically two.
It's seriously like doink.
Yeah, it's literally just two exhaust hangers, and that's it. So this exhaust won't be that bad to pull. So it's
because
stuck
we
on
don't
there.
have to do anything. Well, there's a bunch of spider webs. Oh, spider babies.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we got transmission and the motor together. Yeah, I think we missed the part of us picking it up and putting it over there, so the record button wasn't quite tapped yet. So, not a big deal. We got, I mean, if you want to reenact it, we can play the... If you want to really see it, just play us picking it up and putting it down on the ground in reverse. Same thing. So, basically what we got going on here is we got it on, we got a lot of the stuff switched over. We got, push the axles in, push the struts up, lower the car back down, and then basically we can bolt it back up. So, and then it's just the reverse. All the wires go on, all the hoses get reconnected. We got to put coolant, tranny fluid, and oil, because while we're here, we drain the oil, so we do an oil change. So, but we didn't disconnect the AC, and we didn't disconnect the power steering. That pump's still up there. That way, we don't have to drain it, we don't have to fill it, there's nothing wrong with it. But those belts are shot, and I really don't want to put the same belts back in. So I'm probably gonna get some new ones, because those are, I wouldn't even run those in my car, and I run crap on my car. So if mine starts squeaking, I just tighten them tighter. Because of the Honda, the way you can do that, just tighten it tighter. So, but yeah, we're almost done for the day. We gotta tighten up a few of the bell bolts. Other than that, we got the both subframe mounts mounted. We got the starter up here. We gotta tighten that up. We got the cooler lines right there. Those gotta go on. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna try to come by. Hopefully, gonna get the rest of it done. But we're just gonna drop it down tonight. Johnny's busy, so it's just gonna be me. Maybe Blake. He might hang out, but most likely it's just gonna be me. Really, I just gotta do wires, hoses, and fluids. And we're good to go. It's good to take it out on the road, put it up for sale, move on to the next one. going on, guys? So, we kind of left you off that we had it back in the engine bay and it was all mounted up, but we still have to do, well, I still have to do, Johnny's not here today. All of the wiring has to go back down, all plugged in. We got, you know, coils, we got injectors, the entire throttle body, some vacuum lines, all your coolant lines aren't hooked up. So I'm gonna be basically knocking all this out. I do have, these are the transmission coolers. There's one here, and there's one back there. The lines are over here, and I got a cooler, an aftermarket one that I'm gonna put in front of the radiator, because whenever you do a rebuild and you're like totally going through it, your best bet's just to replace the cooler. You can flush it all day long and you're still gonna get some debris in there. You can roll the dice and try it, but when you spend $600-700 in parts alone getting it rebuilt, it ain't worth risking. Spend the 30 to 60 bucks for a good aftermarket cooler, slap it on, just totally eliminate. And it doesn't help that when we were taking ours out, that is the actual fitting that goes into the radiator that's not supposed to come out, and it came out. So that could have been part of our problem. So it's basically what we did before, and I'm gonna try to shorten this video up because we're gonna time lapse the whole taking apart and stuff like that, but make this easier, I'm just gonna do that snap trick, you know, YouTube magic, get this thing knocked out in a couple seconds, and well, for you it'll be probably an hour or two for me. So let's just get that knocked out. All right, let's try that again. There we go. That wasn't too bad. All right, well, actually it was actually what, 2 days ago when I started that video, so I got another. Johnny's back, so he came with me this time. So not only did we get it finished, we got the whole coolant system bled. The transmission, it seems to be a little high, but we're going to drive and get up temperature. And we got the oil. We need to check the oil. So we changed the oil, coolant, and tranny, and we are good to go. So we're going to do we need to slap the hood back on, and then we're going to do a test drive, and then we're basically going to load it up and go home. So we were here for what, maybe?
I've been there for an hour.
Has it been an hour? Yeah. Sweet, 2 subs for lunch.
Nice. So we're like right in the prime time.
Perfect. See, I said if you do like a half quart high every time you do an oil change before you start it, it always, like, it's perfect, especially when you do an oil change or the filter. So we've got new belts. We ended up breaking the speed sensor on that side, so we got new speed sensor, fresh oil change, fresh transmission rebuild with fluid and cooler put in. I might slap a picture right there right now, and then that'll be the picture of the cooler I put in. Real simple job, nothing crazy. But yeah, I think it's good to go. It runs good.
We had it up and shifting it, and what's like a race, like
it's like a
performance sport.
Yeah.
Sport. We'll say sport. So like a sport shift kit.
So it's a nice firm shifter.
It's like a selection inside the transmission that you can do. And these VTECs, it was probably for like a higher trim model to feel more sporty. I mean, this is a sporty car for a Civic. 2-door EX with the wing.
Well, see, the thing is, when we did that cruise, if you click on that link for the cruise video when we did the transmission, that one, we go to the same guy. We have the same guy that rebuilds them, because we could probably rebuild them. We could get the kits and we could go through it all. But when we look at something, we kind of know what's wrong, but he knows what's wrong. And he never has to think about it. That's what he does day in and day out. So he does a shift kit that basically gives you 4 selections, you know, the standard, firm, sport, and then performance. And like I tell him, just do a standard, nothing crazy. He always puts it in the sport.
It's probably shorter shifts with a firmer grab. I mean,
yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those things, like, you know, you have a smooth transmission, it'll shift real nice and smooth. But when it comes to like the
economy one, that probably slips into the gear.
Well, and the only issue with that is it'll burn your clutches up, because it'll want to slip on you. So when you put a firmer one in, it hits it and grabs. Yeah. So we don't have to worry about that. So he likes to put that in there, and you know, we really haven't had any issues. I mean, the truck that the truck that we pull it with, he rebuilt that one. He did the same thing for me, and I've loved it. It shifts great. I never have a problem.
Yeah, they're good firm shifts where you know. Like,
exactly.
It's going into gear.
Right.
It's hitting it.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think we got to put the hood on. We're going to test drive it down the road, and we're going to put it on a trailer and go home because we still got work tonight. So,
yeah.
So let's get that done, and we'll take you along for a drive because we remembered this time. So,
yeah, I think we forgot last time. Sorry about that.
Every other time.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. So. Safety first.
Yeah. Yeah, right. All right. Let's see how well this thing shifts on. Well, we've got half of a bar of fuel.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good for 30 miles.
Yeah, it's still not quite on the E yet. Well, actually, it's going up. Maybe the sensor's bad. See how this guy shifts.
There's one.
You mean two?
That was already in first gear. Yeah.
It's a little rusty.
Maybe that dust shield's probably still sitting there.
Yeah, we need to do some minor work. Shift's good.
Oh man, those shifts are great.
Yeah, can't argue about that.
Did you have windshield wiper fluid in there?
I don't know.
Try it.
They don't work. Oh, did you hook it back up?
Oh.
Because they're on the hood.
Oh. Oh, you probably just sprayed underneath.
Yeah, we probably just totally sprayed the underside of that hood. Oh well, it needed a bath. Even though it's actually shipping really nice.
Man, yeah. That's what you would hope for out of a transmission job. You want it to ship.
Should I take it up to Riley?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I got no plates on.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, we're basically gonna load this guy right up when we get back.
Yeah.
You got the heat off?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if the AC works at all. It kicked on. You feel that? Downshifted good.
So we don't have a muffler. We have a resonator.
Yeah, because the muffler was not quite attached very
Yeah,
well.
it's just a slip joint, you know.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to address that. We could probably drop down the back end of the exhaust again, and then weld on an adapter piece, and then put the muffler on the back.
Yeah. Should have brought my sunglasses because
Yeah,
I
no
got them.
kidding. Gee, me.
Sunroof.
Headliner's a little torn.
Headliner looks like a raccoon got loose in here.
I think we're getting into all the gears. Appears to be shifting good.
Yeah, it's not like real hard stall or anything. There you go. There's another one.
Oh, there it is.
Overdrive.
Yep.
All right.
We'll have to go back and check the fluid level because it looked like it was a tad high.
Yeah.
And the driving's actually pretty straight for pulling the subframe. Not bad.
Yeah. Brake light's on for some reason. Oh, there it goes. It doesn't want. As soon as I press it down more, it's kind of wore out. Oh,
the car's a little old.
Yeah. Now.
Honda reverse gear.
All right, get on it.
Little racer going down the road. Put a muffler on this guy and make it a daily.
Yeah. You're not in overdrive.
I was in D3.
Yeah, you were in drive.
Yeah, Hondas have drive and drive 3.
Yeah, it's weird. Because I asked you about that in your Honda. It's like you can... Who would want to just drive? Like, I don't get the purpose of no overdrive.
Well, I think it's like if you got a loaded car. It's like the whole...
Or is it city driving? Because you never get
I don't know.
So you don't get in a load.
There's a purpose behind it.
That'd be good. Yeah, to look up.
That's great.
Well, heck yeah.
Well, now we're on the E.
Okay. From my vantage point, we still got a bar.
Yeah, from my vantage point, we're almost out of bars.
Yeah. So, I guess we can conclude it here. I mean, we've done this.
Yeah.
This has been a big job. We got really far.
This video is probably long by now because we're probably having some time lapse in it. I'll try to shorten it up. But yeah, it's been, we're trying to do it one video. It basically took us one day. Minus a little odds and ends in here and there.
Yeah.
But
the car's running good. It's shifting good.
Yep.
New transmission fluid, oil, belts. We got a new wheel speed sensor on there. The car already had the timing chain done. Belt. They already had the timing belt done before we bought it. The guy put brand new tires on it. So we're ready to put this guy up for sale and move on to that next project, whatever that is. We have one in mind. So
we actually have a couple in mind.
Yeah, potentially.
There's a big purchase that might happen that might give us more crap than we need.
Yeah, we want to just be able to build up to where we get that cool project that's going to be the long one that would probably bring you guys in more. And
we'll keep it with the channel a lot longer instead of just fixing and flipping. It might be one that we actually like hold on to.
Because we both work for a living, so
right. This is just extracurricular, and we really do appreciate the subscribers that we've gotten. We're doing really good right now, but if you are new to the channel, please hit that button.
Yeah.
We've got more stuff coming. We got all sorts of stuff coming. So hopefully we can get to it soon. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to edit and get out. Hopefully I got them out before this video. But yeah, there's a lot we got to get done. So we're trying. We really are. And we really do appreciate you guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and you have a good one.
We'll see you later.